What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo leveling arise video. Alright guys, we are going to talk about a little bit of pay to win action today, and I want to discuss specifically how cores have made an impact and how to hit the next tier for you guys to get yourself the last armory slot unlocked. Now this is a big deal for a lot of people because some folks have been struggling with getting past, especially whales, have been struggling to get past the 900 mark. Now cores have made this a lot easier, and you guys can see my battle power here on my pay to win account now is kicking around 1.016. So, for a lot of people who are concerned about hard mode when it comes out for LeBron, it's going to be doable if you're a pay-to-win player for sure. So most pay-to-win players now who have spent quite a bit are now at this level. Some are even way above and min-maxing everything. Now I want to discuss cores a little bit again because I think cores are going to play a major impact on helping some people break that hurdle and get to the point where they're able to dominate everything they do. Now, the main thing about cores is the fact that one core can actually maximize your entire character by 20k combat power. It's pretty crazy. So you guys can see here this core right now, for example, on GINA has additional attack and additional MP. This one's at level 10. Maximizing this one will give me additional attack up to, God, who knows how much. This is only at 56%. And then whenever I use my ultimate, it increases the critical hit damage of basic skills by 20%. That's pretty insane because all my basic skills are going to be all my weapon attacks, all my skill attacks, right? So very important there. This one here has defense and damage reduction. You can probably find a better one here once I get it. But right now, that's the best one. You guys can see all my hunters are currently using their own as well too. And then we have ourselves this one down here. Whenever I land 3 basic attacks, it restores 3% of my power gauge. It gives me additional MP and more HP as well too. And this one again is probably one that you can probably get a better stat down here. It's usually MP recovery or additional MP. Maybe this is actually the best one. This one here, damage reduction, can definitely be better. Additional MP can definitely be better as well too, but I chose whatever ones made the most amount of sense, right? But you guys can see how this works. Now, I'm going to show you guys real quick something. If I enhance this, you guys can see I am required to use the solidified stones. Now, this is important to note, okay? When you are farming and you're going to use legendary ones, in order to get your stats up, you are going to require to be using your stones at a certain point, which is very, very, very key, especially if you are planning to, like you see this one here has defense, right? This one here is going to require the purple solidify stones, and if I use blue ones, it's going to require blue. Now, the main thing to note, I know a lot of you free-to-play players like myself are farming legendary ones. If you cannot beat LeBron, I'm going to show you guys real quick. This is very important, guys, okay? So keep this in mind. If I go over here, the only place that's going to drop, I can't even show you, I don't think, or can I? No, I can't. Perfect. You guys can see here, Castle 75 will drop legendary solidified stones. Demon Castle 80 will drop it. Demon Castle, the Spire will drop it. And then, of course, Baron will drop it as well, too. But if I go to easy mode, right, and I've been farming this, and I all of a sudden start farming, normal mode and started getting legendaries, because that's my goal, you're going to have to be very careful. So if all pay-to-win players or free-to-play players, you have to use the proper solidified stones to level up the proper core. So for example, these ones here can only be used for rare upgrades, right? You can see base material requires to enhance the core that are rare upgrade or higher. Hold on, let me show you guys here. One sec. This one here will say, where is it? This is only purple ones. Hold on, let me find the purple ones. There we are. You guys can see heroic grade or higher, and then this one here is that are only legendary grade or higher. Keyword higher. There's going to be actually something higher than legendary grade, most likely mythic when it comes out. So we're going to probably see that as well too. So whenever I'm doing any form of like leveling up, if I go to, I go to Gunhe's for a second. He's also got a level 10 here. If I want to enhance this, you guys can see again, I'm required to use 3 of these, right? So additional defense, crit damage. Now, in order to get these, if you can't farm normal mode that much, if you're struggling getting the stones, another great way to get these is through crafting. Okay, so crafting is going to play a pretty big role here. You guys can see you need 4 out of 10 to do these. You need a lot more of those. So let's just maximize this real quick. Okay, I'll maximize these ones. Right, there's 63 of those. Now if I go back, right, let's just say I want to level this up, you'll notice something. Watch this. To a certain extent, after a certain point, again, purples cannot be used, right? I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page there. So it's very important, guys, to recognize what you can and can't use for cores and what you can and can't level up. Right? Let me just see, where's my Cha? My Cha have anything? She has level 10 here. Look at this one, attack and MP recovery, right? 1 out of 3. So again, I'd probably want to get hers up before anybody else's. So now in order to get that up, I'm going to have to go to crafting. Going to have to craft a couple of these right now. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those, 6 times 3. There goes 18 right there. If I go back into here, I want to craft that one specifically. Let's say this one, enhance. Right, you guys can see 19 out of 3, and it costs 10,000 gold. Now, how do you get to this stage? So in order to get to this stage, you have to enhance all of your cores to level 10. Now, in order to enhance your cores, you have to use other cores that are kicking around in your inventory in order to get that down. Like, look, if I use this, it goes from level 3 to level 4. All right, so you are going to have to do quite a bit of core farming first before you get any further. And you guys can see here, of course, the higher the tier, the more you will get for EXP. It does take quite a few cores for free to play. This is going to take a while. It does take quite a few cores to level up your character to level 10, or your core to level 10, and then to get this to max out, it's going to take even more. So watch this. If I enhance, right, there's an enhancement right there. That one went up. MP recovery went up. If I do this again, MP went, and this is the RNG part that sucks, right? It's going to randomly pick a stat it wants to level. There you go. That's even better. Okay, let's go here. There's another attack one, good. There's another attack one, excellent. And one more. And another attack one. So there you guys go, look at that. So that boosted my attack by 29.25%. If I go back now to my stats, check this out. So 22k, right? If I remove this, let's just unequip it for a second. Just unequip, unselect. Actually, I'll have to just change it. Let's just change, I'll unequip. Look at my stats, 20k. That's an extra 2k of attack right there. And where's my power at? Look at my power, right? It's 208. If I go back here and I equip this one, there it is. Look at that, 12,000 combat power, guys. And that boosts you to 22.3. Not to mention, not only is it giving you the stats, but the passive itself is also giving you a 5% extra attack bonus. So it's a massive, massive boost to your power, guys. So don't just level up any single core you get. Make sure the main cores you're looking for are the ones that complement your stats. Like this attack one, for example, with this MP recovery rate's not great for her. So this only reason why we're doing this one is because of the attack, right? But eventually I would want like crit hit rate here, which again, if you're capped out, is not a big deal, but then that means you can go back and play with your artifacts here and take crit hit rate out and add in something else like damage increase. So that plays a pretty big role. And yes, for those asking, crit hit rate is capped as well on these because it's just a basic stat, okay? You can see here defense and damage reduction, kind of shitty. I would probably have gone more with like additional defense and like crit hit damage, right? And this one has crit hit damage and HP, so this one's great, but this one over here can definitely be modified. Now the reason why this is being used obviously is the fact that we have ourselves the ultimate here that can be providing us some survivability with a shield, and then this one over here obviously recovers MP by 5%. So again, MP recovery, not a big deal. You can definitely find a better one, but the attack percentage is so high on this that I definitely want to use it. So that's how cores work, guys. I want to make sure you guys understood and where to farm them. Just be very careful when you are farming them as free to play. If you cannot get a hold of solidified stones quick enough, it's sometimes better just to farm some of the epic versions first and then move on to some of the harder versions, harder content at that point, right? Because if you look here, if I go to Vulcan, for example, right? If I go to normal Vulcan, you can see here, he does drop the blue solidified stones. If I go to hard mode, he does drop the blue solidified stones. So here, and he drops the purple, sorry, as well too. So if you are gonna farm epics, it might be better off for you to start off with, like, for example, this, and just get yourself as many of these as you can along the way, and then focus on getting that. Now, if you really want to focus on getting legendaries, and that's where your goal's at as free to play, you can. Just remember, these are going to be a lot more costly and harder to level up, so you're going to need to make sure you start crafting, which is going to require mana crystals, these ones over here. It's going to require you to get some of these rare ones over here as well, and then craft them into purples, and then craft the purples into these, right? You guys can see I've got 1 left, 7 left, and I've got myself, what is this? 6 left. So that will take quite some time. So make sure you are focusing on the right path that's best for your account. But CORES can give you an insane power boost. So make sure you are doing that and focusing on the right CORES that makes sense for your units. All right, guys. So Payne, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.